And welcome back to the garage. It's Friday. The demo truck is going to be over at Speedway Harley-Davidson today, tomorrow, and Sunday. So I am going to get bundled up. It's a little cool today. Head over to Speedway and try to get a ride on the new CVO ST and see what all the hype's about. So stick around. Well, I made it to Speedway Harley-Davidson. I just took a ride on a Road Glide Limited just because someone had already signed up for the CVO ST. But the CVO ST is here. I'm going to be going out on that one next. But the sun's starting to peek through. It's warming up a little bit. It's a good day to get over here. So if you're in the Charlotte area, man, this is, anytime you get a chance to do these demo rides, the truck comes to your area, make sure you do it. It's a lot of fun. Well, I just got back home from the demo days over at Speedway Harley-Davidson where I test rode the Road Glide ST, the CVO ST. I was going to finish the video from there, but they're about, I don't know, 20 minutes from here, and they've got a big rainstorm coming. I wanted to get home before the rain. I know I'm not a real biker. I don't ride in the rain, but whatever. Anyway, I finally got to ride the bike, and you know, there's been a gazillion videos. You guys have seen a ton of input. A lot of you have probably ridden this bike. I don't know if you've gone and had a chance to actually ride the bike or not. So if you haven't, here's my opinion. For what it's worth, I don't know. We'll see. But I guess that this bike has really been hyped up a lot. People have really built this thing up. So I mean, I was expecting like, wow, you know what I mean? So I think my expectations were really, really high. And so I don't want to say I'm disappointed, but I'm pretty happy with what I have, to be honest with you, after having ridden the bike. There are a few things that stood out to me that I really liked. The seat is extremely comfortable. I would love to get that seat for this bike. They don't make it for this bike for my 2023. I wish they did. The seat's amazing. Love it. The suspension, there's obviously a big difference in the suspension between that bike and what I have on my 2023 Road Glide ST, but not as noticeable as I anticipated. I thought it was going to be this big drastic difference, and it really wasn't that big of a deal. I'm fine with what I have. If that's the best I'm going to get, then I'm happy with what I have. Now, again, I didn't have it fine-tuned, you know, it was just whatever it was set up. I mean, I know it's adjustable, but it was okay. The bike did feel extremely lightweight, handled great. I mean, you could really lean that thing over with confidence. It felt very nimble. But again, mine feels pretty nimble. I'm pretty happy with the handling of my bike. But no, you could definitely tell a weight difference. It was lightweight. I still don't like the controls. I think those are terrible. I'll get into that in just a second. Had some noisy neighbors I had to deal with, but anyway, that's all taken care of. So yeah, the gauge, the switch housings and stuff, that I didn't like that last year when I saw it on these CVOs. I still don't like that. It's not the fact that they move stuff around. They're just so big and really fugly. That I didn't like. Now, I really anticipated loving the handlebars because I do like the risers and that T-bar kind of look. I just felt like I had to lean forward. Maybe they could be brought back, or maybe replacing the risers. The hand position was okay. I kind of like what I have, but it was okay. I mean, it wasn't great, but it was all right. Let's see what else. A lot of folks that I saw a couple of videos, and they said that the bike sounded really great with those Screaming Eagle pipes. No, it sounds like a sewing machine. I know they put a lot of work into those Screaming Eagle pipes, and they're ceramic coated, and they've got the carbon fiber tips. They gotta go. It was like a sewing machine. It really was. I didn't like the sound at all. Let me see. Seat height was extremely low. I flat-footed with these. I'll bet you my wife, she's 5'2", I'll bet you she could flat-foot that bike. The seat height was, which I thought would be a little bit higher because of the, you want to sit up a little higher and be able to lean further and stuff, but the seat height was amazing. I sat and I was like, wow, that was an eye-opener for me. Let me see, what else? The infotainment system. A lot of hype about the infotainment system. a lot of information on there that you know, your eyes are going all over. And then on the ride, I hit a bump and it kind of blacked out for a second. I don't know. Maybe it's I'm an older guy. I don't know. I'm just not a fan. It was okay. It wasn't. Again, maybe people hyped it up too much. Yeah, the fact that I hit that, there was a manhole that I kind of hit, and when I did, it kind of flickered, and that shouldn't be happening. I let the guy know from Harley Davidson on the demo truck, and he said he was aware of that. So yeah, I guess overall, my biggest fear, I almost didn't go. I almost didn't go ride the bike because I thought, man, I'm gonna love this thing, and when I get back on mine, I'm gonna be disappointed, and I'm just gonna be unhappy and miserable because I want this new bike, and I'm, you know, look, it's $43,000 if you can get it for MSRP, and then you got to put pipes on it, and you want the black chrome to go with the black chrome headers, so you're looking at $800 or $900 for pipes. It doesn't need a cam, it doesn't need a lot of stuff, okay? But again, it's 50 grand. And so I was afraid that I was gonna just be miserable. And I hopped off that, and when I rode my bike home, I'm like, man, to be completely honest, I like my bike better. I just like the 2023 Road Glide ST better. I really do. Don't get me wrong, that is a fantastic motorcycle. Harley Davidson did a great job on the remodel, on the whole redo. I get that. It is a great bike. But for me, I found my seating position to be more comfortable on this bike. The suspension is adequate on this bike. My bike sounds great. Plenty of power. I've got a ton of power. The 117 is a great motor. Now, yeah, that 121, it did have more power, but you know, I've said it on this channel before, 117 is plenty. If you need more than that, you know, and I know guys are gonna buy this bike and ruin it, and by doing all this stupid stuff to it, it's out of the box, it's good to go other than the exhaust. You don't need to do anything. So, you know, and I know people will do that. They're gonna have it, it's never enough. So my honest opinion, it's a great bike, but thanks, but I'm gonna stick with what I have. I really, really do like, it made me appreciate what I have even more. It made me like my bike even more. And that's a good thing, you know what I mean? Because like I said, I thought I was gonna be really disappointed and bummed out that, oh man, this bike is so great, and I'm not gonna wanna, you know, there's no way I'm spending 50 grand on a bike. I had a hard enough time spending 29 on this one, so I wasn't gonna go spend 50. Could I? Sure, why not? But that ain't gonna happen. So that's my overall opinion of the bike. Great bike, just not for me. You may like it. You know, and that's another point too. I say it's not for me. I wanted to bring that up. It's really not for my style of riding. Could you take this bike on a long trip like to Daytona or to wherever? You absolutely could. There's no doubt. But I think that's not what it's meant for. And I think guys know that. You can put that in sport mode or track mode, and it's a ripper. I mean, that's what it's designed for. It's not really designed for long distance touring. Not that I do a ton of it, but I do like to hop on and go up and ride up in the mountains, and I like to go, you know, I'm going to Arkansas next month. I think that the Road Glide ST that I have, the 2023, is better equipped for that. So it just, again, great bike, not for me. Let me know what you guys think if you've ridden it, or if you bought one. Hey, if you bought one and you've owned it for a while, maybe you'll have other insight. And again, I took a quick, I don't know, 20-minute ride on the bike. We weren't gone that long, so I didn't get in depth, but I think I rode it long enough to get a really good impression of it. And so that's all I've got for you guys. Thank you for coming along for the ride. I wish I was able to do this over at the dealership, but it's pouring rain over there right now. It's nice and dry here still. I just didn't want to get soaked. So, all right. Anyway, thanks for coming along for the ride. That's all I got. I'll see you next week.